another video. My name is Lady Peace. Just in case you haven't subscribed on this channel, please go ahead and hit on the subscribe button and please share this video. So today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to make this bonnet here. So I have two different types of materials here with me. I have this satin fabric here that I'm going to be using for the bonnet, as you can see, and then I also have this black fabric here. Okay, so you'll be needing two types of fabric for this one here really stretch a lot, like it stretches a lot. Okay, so I'm going to be using this for the band. Okay, so these are the materials I'm going to be making use of, so you can decide to go with any color of your choice. So this here is satin fabric, don't forget. Okay, just I don't know the name of this other one, so let's go and cut this out. So this is the fabric here after I was done cutting this out. So I went ahead to fold it into four. So for your sake, I'm going to open it up this way and show you how I went ahead to fold this. So first, you're going to fold it into two this way, and then you're going to fold it again into four. So this time you have a fold into four. You will have a part that is folded and a part that is opened, just like this. So this part here is folded, and then this other side is folded, and here is opened. So can you see that? Let's go into the next step. So guys, for the radius of this, I'm going to be using 13 inches. So if you don't want this to be too big, please, you can use 12 inches for this, because I realized this after I was done making this bonnet. I went ahead to cut out just 1 inch from this. Okay, so right now I'm just placing my tape. Can you see where I'm placing my tape? Make sure your tape is just at the top of this part here, and then use it to mark round just like this. Make sure you are placing your tape at the top, and then use it to mark 13 inches round this way. And then right now we are done with this. I'm going to go ahead and then cut this out. I'm done cutting this out now. I'll just go ahead and open it up so that you see how it looks. So by the time you are done making this, you will have a full circle. Okay, so this is how it looks. This is what you're going to get when you follow this procedure. You have this full circle here. So right now I'm just going to show you guys what next to do. So right now let's go over to the next step. Okay, so guys, the next thing to do is you're going to go back to your sewing machine and stitch with a loose stitch. Okay, gather stitch. If you don't know how to do that, please let me know in the comment section. Let me make a video about that. So you're going to make a gather stitch round this circle. So let's go ahead and make this. So this is it after I was done stitching this. You can see this on the video. This is it. So now the next thing to do is I'm going to pick one of the threads this way and start pulling on it. When you are making a gather stitch, make sure you don't pick two threads at once, because when you do that, you are going to lock this completely. So you need to pick one of the thread and start pulling on it this way. So pick one thread and start pulling on it this way. Please, when you are making gather stitch, you do not need to back stitch. Please, you do not need to back stitch. Make gather stitch round this circle. You do not need to back stitch. Can you see? I'm picking just one thread. Okay, you don't need to pick two, and you don't need to back stitch. So let's continue with this.
I keep dreaming, but my dreams keep flying away. It's somewhere far beyond. Keep chasing them and I never rest for a day. There's something I don't do. I feel the wind blowing my face, but that's alright. I smile, people passing by. Some smile, some might not. I'm always looking for a shame, but it's hot that I've been low-key and I'm trying to stop. God, I'm feeling good. Yeah, but when off I go, pretty afternoon, it's a best boy. Looking at the sky, I'm looking. I keep dreaming, but my dreams keep flying away. It's somewhere far beyond. Keep chasing them and I never rest for a day. There's something I don't do. I feel the wind blowing my face, but that's alright. I smile. always looking for a shave when it's hot. I've been low-key and I'm trying to stop. Goddamn, feeling good. Yeah, but when off I go. Pretty afternoon, it's something I don't do. I feel
So guys, can you see what I have now? I just went ahead to turn this over to the right side. So when you're making gather stitch, you need to have patience. Yes, you need patience for this because it's not really easy. Making gather stitch is not really easy, so you need all the time and patience. Okay, so I'm done pulling this, and the next thing I'm going to do is to measure the head circumference. Like the head circumference I'm working with is 22 inches, so I've gone ahead to fold this into two this way. So I'm going to measure this to see if what I have here is enough. So I need to have like 11 inches here, just 11 inches. You know, I've folded this into two, sorry, this way. So I will just measure what I have here to know if it's up to 11 inches. So when it's not up to 11 inches, I'm still going to go ahead and then pull on it again, just to loosen it up a bit, just to have the correct, this is what I'm trying to do. Just in case you don't understand what I'm saying, just watch what my hands are doing here. So I also went ahead to tighten up these areas here so that it doesn't loosen up it doesn't loosen up totally, because if you don't tighten it, it's going to lose. Okay, so guys, remember the fabric I told you that it stretched very well, that I'm going to be using for the band around the cap. So this is it. I went ahead to cut it on fold. It's about 11 inches on fold. Can you see? And the width for this right here, it's about 4 inches. So you're going to go over and stitch down this part. Just close up this part here. Okay, so guys, I'm done closing up this part just like this. So I'm going to now go ahead and also, the width for this is about 4.5 inch. Yes, 4.5 inch. Can you see that? It's 4.5 inch. So turn it over to the right side this way. Turn it over, and you're going to bring the cap or the bonnet. You're going to bring it this way. Just cut off the rough edges you have on it. Just make sure your work is neat. So I'm going to place it right side facing each other this way. Place it right side facing each other, and then I'll go ahead and pin this down. Just pin this down before you go over to your sewing machine and stitch this down with 1/2 inch. So I'm going to pin this down. Can you see what I'm doing? So pin it down this way, because if you decide to just go ahead and stitch on your sewing machine, you might end up like loosening this up again.
I'm always looking for a shave when it's hot. I've been low-key and I'm trying to stop. Goddamn, feeling good. Yeah, but when off I go. Pretty afternoon, it's
So guys, after pinning this down, I'll go over to my sewing machine and stitch this down with 1/2 inch. This is what I had after I was done stitching this down. Can you see? I've gone ahead to turn this over to the wrong side so that you see. So I'm going to cut out this excess fabric I have here. So you need to cut it out so that it will relax perfectly. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure you cut it out very well. Cut out the excess fabrics you have. Cut everything out. I don't know if you understand, like where you stitch down with that 1/2 inch, just cut out those areas. Cut it out and then turn it over to the right side this way. So when you turn it over this way, can you see it's already beautiful self? So one thing you need to do is you're still going to, this is me trying to make sure that all the stitches I made are looking okay. So you're still going to turn it this way, fold in 1/2 inch, fold in 1/2 inch this way, and then take it inside. Like you're going to close up the rough edges you have. I don't know how to explain this, but please look at what I'm doing. So you're going to fold in 1/2 inch this way, and then use it to close up these rough edges you have behind. This is just to help you have a finished look. So you have to use it to close up the rough edges you have inside. Please pin it down. By the time you fold in one part, make sure that you use it to cover up this part just like this, and then pin it down. Continue doing that till you do this round your bonnet. Okay, so whatever you are doing, just make sure that you are covering the inside, like those rough edges. You are just covering everything. This is just to make your work look neat. Okay, so make sure you do what I'm doing here. Can you see? I'm just going ahead to fold in 1/2 inch and then pin this down like this. Can you see? So you are going to go over to your sewing machine and stitch it down. By the time you are folding this, you finish folding this, sorry. So go over to your sewing machine and stitch it down. So when you are stitching this down, just make sure that the stitches are not on top of your black or your material. I'm going to show you how to do that, okay? But first, please make sure that you are folding in 1/2 inch and you are covering the rough edges you have. So while you are doing this, continue to check your bonnet. Just make sure that everything is okay. This is what I had after I was done stitching this. Can you see the inside? I make sure that everything is looking very neat. So these are the points where I stitch inside, just inside here. The stitches are not on top, it's just inside here. Can you see? Just inside. Just hide your stitches inside this way, like this, where you see my hand. So this is how it looks after I was done making this. Can you see how beautiful it looks? If you haven't subscribed on my channel, what are you still waiting for? Please go ahead and hit on the subscribe button and please share this video.